Hi students, so welcome to Physics with VR channel. So today we are going to discuss regarding the physical quantities. So already you have been discussed a physical quantity. So a physical quantity is a one which can be measurable. So which can be measurable. Have been that measurable which we can do it as whether directly or indirectly. So in terms of which the laws of physics can be expressed. So which we should have to express. Such kind of physical quantities which we can call that as a physical quantities. So there are two types of physical quantities in SI system. So this SI which represents the international standards. So these fundamental quantities which you have been taken, which you can be classified into two types as fundamental physical quantities and derived physical quantities. Student, these are the basic things which you should have to understand the difference fundamental and derived quantities. So what are fundamental quantities? So based on this, so what we can tell that. So a physical quantity which does not depend on any other physical quantities for its measurement. That is, it does not depending upon any other physical quantities. It will be of independent. It does not depend. Such kind of quantity which we can call it as fundamental physical quantities. So we are having 7 fundamental physical quantities. So that fundamental physical quantities, these are the standards throughout for class 10 and class 12 which it will be helpful. So based on that, first one which we can take it as a length. So length which we can measure in terms of meter, the symbol which we are using it as a m. Mass which the SI unit is kilogram which is denoted by kg. Time second which is denoted by s. So this thermodynamic temperature, or in simple form we can call it as temperature also, which we can be denote. But based on this thermodynamic, so which we are discussing, that's why they have been taken it as a thermodynamic temperature. For this the SI unit is Kelvin, but keep it in mind, temperature we can measure in terms of degree Celsius and Fahrenheit also. But the SI unit of this temperature which have been taken Kelvin, so which is denoted by K. And amount of substance, so this amount of substance is mole which is denoted by MOL is a symbol. And electric current, so regarding this also in general cases we can call this as a current. So in class 10th you have been discussed, you have been studied regarding this concept. So that SI unit is ampere, so which is denoted by capital A. So last one is the luminous intensity. So this is related to the concept of light. So it is a measure of intensity or brightness of light which we can tell that. So this one we can call it as luminous intensity. So the SI unit is candela which is denoted by CD. So these are the 7 fundamental physical quantities. This does not depends on any other physical quantities like speed, acceleration, force. You have been taken that which depends on this fundamental quantities, but these quantities they does not be depend. So along with this we'll be having 2 supplementary physical quantities, 2 types of supplementary quantities. So one we can call it as plane angle, the SI unit is radian and symbol is RAD. So one more is solid angle, SI unit is steradian which is denoted by SR. So then what about derived quantities? Other than this 7 fundamental physical quantities and 2 supplementary quantities, all other quantities which comes under derived quantities. The physical quantities which is derived from more than one fundamental quantity. So more than one fundamental quantity, so which we can take it. So this which we are deriving from fundamental quantities, that which they have been given it as more than. For this, which we can take the example. So examples which you have been taken: area, density, force, acceleration, work. Regarding this, I think you have been studied regarding area and density, little bit of idea regarding force, acceleration and work. All these derived quantities in detail, which we are going to discuss in further chapters, upcoming chapters, which we are going to discuss. So some derived quantities which we can give it as a example. So velocity is an example for derived physical quantity. So how we can write this? So this velocity definition, so we have been taken, so we can write it as, which is nothing but, so displacement by time. So displacement which we are using it as to measure the length, and time is a second. So this, it depends on length and time, so which comes as a fundamental physical quantities. So for velocity, the SI units which have been taken, we can use it as a meter per second. So if you have been taken for acceleration, so how we can write? So that acceleration is nothing but velocity by time. So these are the formulas which we are going to discuss in detail, but at the present, which you can be remembered it as simple form, acceleration is nothing but velocity by time. For velocity, we have been proved meter per second by second. So if you have been taken that, we are going to get it as a meter per second square. So further for work you have been taken, which you can write it as force into displacement. For that we can write it as a joule. Regarding this in detail, which we are going to discuss at the time of discussing the concept of dimensional formulas. So work is equals to force into displacement, so which we can find. Student, please pause the video. So if you know the answer, please comment the answer below. Students, so if you are watching for first time, please subscribe my channel, like it and then share to your friends. So a quantity that can be measured is called, so physical quantity, non-physical quantity, quantity either B or C. So physical quantity is a one which can be measurable. So the right option is option A. So if you know the answer, please pause the video and then so comment the answer below. I hope that you are going to comment. The physical quantities which are expressed in terms of more than, so which you are going to express. So more than one fundamental quantity, so are called, so by seeing this, so which you can tell it as, they are nothing but, which you can call it as derived physical quantities. So the answer is derived physical quantities. So there are dash fundamental quantities. So I think you can tell that by seeing the answer, which is nothing but, there are 7 fundamental quantities, along with that 2 supplementary physical quantities. Then how many number of derived quantities means n number of derived physical quantities, so which we can tell it. So charge is a, so regarding this charge, where we are going to study means in class 12, which you have been studied, we are going to study. So if you have been remembered class 10 in electricity, current means which you have been defined as the rate of flow of charge. So this charge is a derived physical quantity, because current is equals to charge per unit time with the help of charge current into time, so which we can be right. So students, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoy the video. So please subscribe my channel, like it and then share to your friends. Thank you.